from the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. This is a winter weather alert.
Hey folks, good evening to you. Ben Luna here with you live in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, where we are tracking a potentially historic winter storm rolling into the Tennessee Valley region. Fred Gossage is here along the weather wall. I'm in the Weather Center with a variety of things to talk to you about tonight, including warming shelters, weather shelters in general that will be available across the area tonight, plus how things are looking now and how things will be looking as we head into the next few hours, because Old Man Winter is about to make his presence known in the Tennessee Valley. All right, with that said, let's hop right into it. We'll begin this with a check on live weather conditions across the area. Here's a look at Viper, our live NEXRAD radar, as we scan the skies now with the radar from Columbus, Mississippi. And easily within the area of the radar scan, you can see lots of wintry precip working into northeast Mississippi. Go ahead and put that into motion, and you can get an idea of the heavier bands of snow that will be falling here just in a few moments toward Ripley, Mississippi, up toward Corinth, around Iuka, back toward Boonville, and also in the Tupelo area. Some light snow shower activity has been reported across the shoals this afternoon. Very, very high up in the atmosphere. You do have some sleet that is falling there. However, maybe just one or two little sleet pellets making it to the ground. No substantial reports that I know of, at least at the moment, of any issues caused from it, looking there at the Huntsville NEXRAD. Do want to switch back over to Memphis real quick, and that gives you a much grander idea of what's coming our way, because this is going to be a multi-hour duration of a winter weather event, and it's easily seen right in front of you just how expansive this storm system is, and how this will continue to roll into our region as we head through the next little bit. I do want to take you and let you see the radar network, and this is looking at the overall system using the composite of NEXRADs, the federal government radars across the country. And again, just a big old sloth of wintry moisture is working its way directly into our region. All right, switching gears, here's a live look outside this evening, beginning with the Lawrenceburg Tower Cam. This is on the water tank next to Walmart, looking back toward the southwest. The Tennessee Department of Transportation has got those roads, the roads just as salted and primed as possible, and you can kind of make that out in the camera image with some of the cars zooming up and down North Locust Avenue this evening. Otherwise, it is mostly cloudy. Winds are from the east northeast now at 7 miles per hour. That's a gust. The dew point is at 16. That number has got to come up here over the course of the next little bit for the moisture to begin falling in the crossroads of Dixie, where it's currently 25 degrees. We'll continue our journey across the area. Here's a look at the Florence Harbor Marina with the O'Neill Bridge in the distance there. One little boat pulled up there along the dock. Hopefully he won't get frozen into place as we head through this evening. 30 degrees right now in the river city of the Florence, Alabama, and the Quad Cities area. Dew points at 17. Winds are currently from the south, gusting at 6 miles per hour at times. We'll continue our journey along our way to the north. This is a live look outside Columbia from the 911 center. Mostly cloudy skies prevailing over the central portion of Murray County this evening. Dew point is at 12 degrees. The temperature at 27 currently. Winds there gusting at times from the north-northeast. Waynesboro, where, it looks like snow is actually starting to accumulate some on the hill there.
I'm starting to see it's a good idea. I asked folks earlier today to get off the roads by 5.
Yeah.
Looking at that.
Yeah, that's a real good call, Fred. I did not expect to see that in the lineup. That good already. That's at the 911 center. Highway 64 is just outside the right of the frame. So if you're watching, 64 is just literally a stone's throw to the right of where that image is. That's looking south. Currently. We'll continue our camera tour of the Arctic Air Skycam network. Old Man Winter is there in Savannah this evening, and it takes just a moment for the image to catch up there with the system that we've got, and it looks like traffic is moving decent along the Tennessee River Bridge, and then points further west back toward the McNairy County line. You've got just a little bit of Hardin County past the river there before it crosses into McNairy County. But it does look like things are slow but moving at the moment across that bridge. And I'll tell you, bridges and overpasses will not be friends over the course of the next few days here, because things are going to be pretty rocky with that aspect. Here's a live look in Iuka, Mississippi. This is at the Iuka City Hall. Not much going on there as of right now. Temperatures currently across the area leaving a lot to be desired. 25 in Lawrenceburg, 29 in the Shoals. Got a reading of 23 in Savannah. 27 in downtown Columbia, 34 in Moulton, a little bit warmer as you head toward the south, well above freezing this hour in Coleman at 37, 25 though back in Boonville. But look at Memphis, currently at 15 degrees. That's not a mistake, and that's not wind chill. That is the actual air temperature right now in Memphis, Tennessee. Here's a look at roadway temperatures. This is something that I'm sure Fred will also reference a lot when he talks about the forecast in just a few moments.
And they've dropped quickly just from 30 minutes ago when I put this graphic in the show.
Exactly. 24 in Memphis now, 32 degrees currently in Savannah, 35 in Lawrenceburg. Columbia is at 34, a little bit colder there. Hohenwald, yeah, I'd be heading home real quick in the Lewis County area. The Shoals, not far from it at 37. Iuka, you're getting close to being in trouble. The same for folks in the Corinth area at 33, 33 in Boonville. Oxford, Mississippi road temp at 29 degrees this hour. I bet it's been a few days since they've had temps like that. Here's a look at satellite radar together. Similar to what I showed you a few moments ago, colors are a little bit more friendly for you to get an overall view of how the moisture is rolling in those heavier spots, especially in northeast Mississippi, and those bands will be finding their way into southern middle Tennessee as we head into the next few hours, making for this to be a very long duration winter event. This is not something that's going to be here for a couple of hours. It snows and it's done. You're going to be dealing with this for several hours, including into Monday. All right. So with that said, I want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Fred Gossage on the weather wall to talk more about how things are going to be shaping up as we head through this evening, beginning with a winter storm warning in effect for every county in our viewing area tonight. Fred?
Yes, sir. Earlier in the day, this did not include Morgan County, Alabama. They were the last county in our 14-county viewing area to hold out on the winter storm warning, but that was expanded to include them this afternoon. So now all 14 counties in our viewing area under a winter storm warning from now until 6 a.m. Tuesday morning for the likelihood of widespread hazardous travel with significant accumulations of snow in most areas, and then south of the Tennessee River mainly, some sleet and some freezing rain mixing in as well. This does look like a high impact winter storm across our area starting this evening, lasting through tonight, and then ramping up even further, if you'd believe it, as we go into our Monday. Here are our latest thoughts on snow accumulation, and it has not changed a whole lot as we head through the afternoon, but I have made some small adjustments to the forecast, including expanding north and northeast the northern boundary of our heavy snow band here in purple. That's a 4 to 6 inch accumulation with higher totals very possible in that area. That now runs as far northeastward as western portions of Murray County and western Giles County, Tennessee, back through all of Lawrence County, Tennessee, all of Lewis County, all of Wayne County, and all of Hardin County, Tennessee in our viewing area. That also includes almost the northwestern half of Lauderdale County, Alabama, back to northwestern Colbert County, Alabama, and about the northern almost half of Tishomingo County, Mississippi. Surrounding that in the white colors through the rest of Murray County, Tennessee, Marshall County, Tennessee, Murray County, Tennessee, northern Limestone County, north of Athens, back through east central to south central Lauderdale County, northern and west central areas of Colbert County, including all 4 cities that make up the Shoals Metro Quad Cities area, back into central Tishomingo County. That is 3 to 5 inches of expected snow accumulation, and I can't rule out a few locations with slightly higher totals than that. South of that in the dark blue, where we start to get sleet and freezing rain a concern from south of Muscle Shoals, south of Cherokee, down in Russellville and Red Bay, over to the Town Creek area, Rogersville to Athens. The dark blue shading here, 2 to 3 inches of snow accumulation still possible, despite sleet and freezing rain mixing in. South of there, in the medium blue, 1 to 2 inches of snow accumulation. But like we talked about, there's this concern also for some light sleet and freezing rain mixing in. That's mainly going to be south of a line from Athens to Town Creek to Littleville to about Red Bay. The pink shaded areas here, that's our primary concern for sleet and freezing rain. Some icing mixing in with the snow, and we're talking about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of a combination of sleet and freezing rain mixing in, especially late tonight and more so on Monday as the winter storm really ramps up in intensity across the area. Here's the breakdown of timing with Futurecast. By 6 to 7 o'clock, we'll see light to moderate snow overspreading southern middle Tennessee, northwestern areas of Alabama. Not all of this will necessarily be reaching the ground immediately at 6 o'clock, but it will start to rapidly reach the ground as we head through the evening. Evaporational cooling will get temperatures down into the upper teens and lower 20s tonight. That snow continues on into the early morning. There may be a brief period in the early morning hours where the intensity lets up a little bit. We've seen that in some modeling here this afternoon, but as we go closer to daybreak, snow intensity ramps up, possibly heavier than what it would be during the evening and the early overnight hours as the main upper level system approaches the area. And snowfall rates here on the Barron high resolution Futurecast model we get from Barron and Huntsville really ramps up snowfall rates, how heavy it's falling at one time from southern middle Tennessee down to northwest Alabama by midday into the early afternoon. I think by 5, 6, 7 o'clock, we start to see things taper off and lighten up from west to east. And by 9, 10 o'clock, most of it's off to the east of the area. And then clouds gradually clear out later into the overnight. And if you've lived here for a while and you know how these winter storms work, you get a deep snowpack on the ground. You get winds to go a little calm overnight. You get clear skies and that radiational cooling. Temperatures drop like a rock, and we're talking about mid to upper single digits for morning lows as we head into daybreak on Tuesday, and we really don't warm up above freezing until Thursday afternoon. For that, regardless of whether at your house it's snow, sleet, freezing rain, what have you, significant travel impacts are likely area-wide starting tonight, lasting through Monday, and then the roads will have trouble clearing up Tuesday. They may start to clear up on the main roads with solar radiation, despite temperatures staying below freezing on Wednesday. It's Thursday afternoon before air temperatures get above freezing. In that heavier snow band area, we outlined 4 to 6 inches of snow accumulation with higher totals possible. And then near and south of the Tennessee River, especially south of it in North Alabama, some concern now for a little sleet and freezing rain mixing in. And then in the heavy snow area, this is not a big threat. I want to stress that. Don't be scared about this. We're not talking about long duration power outages. They would be very isolated and short-lived. But in that heavy snow area, there may be some isolated, scattered, short-lived power outages from heavy snow weighing down on tree limbs that have been weakened the past couple weeks from these high wind events we've had. Having said that, this snow is going to be a bit more of a powdery snow than what we usually have, so that will limit power outages a bit, but we still have to consider that possibility as we head through about the next 36 to 48 hours across the area. So here's an overall summary of the timeline before I toss it back to Ben Luna over at the weather desk. This evening and overnight, snow is starting between now and 7 o'clock. We've already had some flurries and sleet, but the steady snow starts between now and 7 o'clock from west to east. There will be snow accumulation overnight. It will not wait until daybreak to stick to the roads, to stick to the bridges, to stick to the ground. There will be accumulation overnight. Some models have most of the overnight tonight accumulation in southern middle Tennessee. Radar trends that we've seen, real-time observations, would suggest that extends down to the shoals as well. We'll see how that goes, but everybody gets in the heavy snow as we head in the Monday morning through the afternoon. Widespread travel issues are likely through Monday. Snow tapers off going into the evening, but light flurries possible deep into the overnight. And then because the cold air sticks around, travel problems do too for a couple days. Tuesday, unless it's the main highway that DOT workers really work on, I don't see much improvement because we're not going to see a whole lot of sunshine and daytime highs will be in the upper teens to lower 20s on Tuesday. Wednesday, we get closer to the upper 20s to 30, and then we see more sunshine, so there's more solar radiation on those roadways. We'll start to see some improvement, especially the main highways that are treated first, and then the residential type streets that get some sunshine. But those shady areas, the back roads with hills on them, they may not really start to thaw out well until Thursday, when air temperatures finally get into the upper 30s and lower 40s. So that's the breakdown on the forecast with a winter storm. Ben Luna's back at the weather desk. He has some more information related to the winter storm he needs to talk about as well.
All right. Things are starting to get a little bit busy over here since we've been on the air. By the way, new, I think, live viewership record being set for us right now. So we do appreciate everyone watching. I'm going to do this kind of rudimentary because, again, this is where stuff starts piling in, and this is what we're here for, okay? Warming station and shelters. So as Fred said, this is going to be really cold air in place over the course of the next few days, not getting above freezing until later in the week. There's a lot of people who are homeless, folks, and there's a need for these folks to be able to go and seek refuge. And I'll tell you something else too. There's a lot of homes that you think, oh, that's a good shelter, that looks like a good house, they don't have any heat. This is a remarkable high time of year for house fires because people try to heat their homes in very rudimentary ways. They drag in garbage and wood that they can find and light a fire in the middle of their house. And I've seen that happen more than once. So please don't do that. The local governments across the region are really stepping up to make sure that folks are very well taken care of. Starting off the top, earlier this evening we had Lawrence County Executive David Morgan live in studio on the air with us talking about the precautions or the preparations in Lawrence County, Tennessee. That is underway. I think it is 5:16. They wanted to have that open by 6 tonight. There is a warming shelter that will be established at Lawrenceburg First United Methodist Church that's located at 212 Waterloo Street. The CLC, the gym at First Church, is where that's going to be at. And that's actually on West Gain Street, right behind the Sanctuary Building, right across the street from the Lawrence County Admin Center and Lawrence County Courthouse. The Lewis County government will have a community building, or the community building, open at the park at the shelter. So that's going to be in Hohenwald at the community building at the park. That's going to be a shelter there in Lewis County, Tennessee. The Russellville warming stations, this is going to be in Franklin County, Alabama. Russellville's police department lobby is going to be open 24 hours a day all the way through this event. The Parks and Recreation building in Russellville, starting at 8 o'clock Monday through Monday night, is open as a warming shelter. They will reevaluate that on Tuesday. Colbert County warming stations, unmanned but police patrolled. The Cherokee Community Shelter, located at 1211 2nd Street in Cherokee. The Ford City Community Shelter, located at 14439 County Line Road in Muscle Shoals. The Leeton Community Shelter at 8856 Main Street in Leeton. The Littleville Community Shelter at 1448 Jackson Highway in Littleville, and the Sheffield Recreation Center at 2901 Northeast 19th Avenue in Sheffield, Alabama. So, lots of communities doing warming shelters. If you have a warming station and you would like for us to announce it and put it on social media, our live updates through the course of this event, because we're going to offer the best possible team coverage that we can do from our facility here and our network of folks who are out watching this for us across the region. We will gladly get that information out to our viewers. Please send us that via a Facebook message. You can email me, Ben, at tnvalleyweather.com. Fred's email is the same. It's Fred at tnvalleyweather.com. Also the same for Kelly. She's going to be working our remote studio just in case we kind of get snowed in and can't move. So we're going to do our best to make sure we have all of our I's dotted and T's crossed during this event for ourselves as well. If you have a closing We will start a breakdown of those on our social media outlets, on our Facebook page, and we'll be adding to those as well. Now, the magic question that many of you are wondering, well, have they called school off? Well, schools are closed tomorrow because it's a federal holiday. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But as we transition into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll take that as that comes, and we'll let you know, okay? So as far as that's concerned, there should not be a need for there to be a lot of vehicular traffic tomorrow anyway, since schools are closed across the region. So points after that, and that's when things could really be hairy with those really, really cold temperatures in place and having by that point a good compacted snow. So we just want to watch that carefully. And when school system leaders make those calls as we head into the rest of the week, we'll let you know about that. All right, so that's how things are shaping up at this point. That's what we've got for our 5 o'clock update. Again, we're going to be offering team coverage of this event on all of our platforms as well.
Next update, 6 p.m.
Okay. Just like Fred said, the next update coming up tonight at 6 o'clock on the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.
Yeah, you can pitch back. Here's how our coverage is going to break down. We weren't originally going to do the double box thing. Here's how we're going to do updates through the evening and the overnight. We're going to do live updates at the top of the hour on all platforms through 9 p.m. So that's 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. We'll be here on social media and the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. Now, after 9 p.m., you're going to be wanting to go to bed, and snow will start accumulating. You're not going to want to be out on the roads anyway. There's no reason for us to send you push notifications to your phone every single hour letting you know we're going Facebook Live. So after that 9 p.m. Facebook Live, we're still going to be live at the top of every hour, but we're going to do it only on the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. So starting 10 p.m., it will be channel only through the night. You can watch that on Smart TV, on our website, tnvalleyweather.com. We have apps for Amazon, Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV. We're also on YouTube. Search for Tennessee Valley Weather. Through the night, channel only will be live at the top of every hour. And then at 5 a.m. in the morning, we'll start getting back on all platforms with hourly updates on the social media as well. So that's how coverage is going to go for tonight and going on into tomorrow morning.
All right. And you hope by 5 o'clock you can roll out of here in some capacity for this thing. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We've tried very hard to make all the precautions possible to keep you informed, to keep you from having to get out and all of this as well. For Chief Meteorologist Fred Gossage, I'm Ben Luna in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. As always, stay with Tennessee Valley Weather through the course of this event. We'll keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.